Not sure if my timing's right. It should be, but I've been wrong several times before. Whoa, she's way out.
Well, that ain't good.
Oh, no, it's not! Where the hell did all the smoke come from? Holy sh... Oh my god, I'm so fucking happy! We are back on the beautiful 1981 Suburban that I bought from Dalton at Polebarngarage. We thought originally she just had a little bit of, engine issues, maybe a bad cam. The last two videos we really dug into it, found out we had a broken valve, a stuck valve, chunks of valve in the piston, all kinds of issues, and we have just been rebuilding the living shit out of it, basically replacing everything on the engine, minus the crank and the pistons. Everything else is new, and I was gonna get this done a couple days ago, but found out I had a broken exhaust manifold, so had to order a new exhaust manifold, had to order push rods, all kinds of stuff. Those did not come in until today. So we have everything that we need to finally put this baby together. We are gonna jump right in and get to installing some new parts. I take that back. I got 20 different comments from people asking me whenever I torqued down all the head bolts, did you put sealant on those bolts? And they actually had a little bit of sealant still on them. So I was like, yeah, there's some still on them. Apparently, these are known for leaking like hell if you don't put sealant on the bolts, because a couple of the bolts, I think, go through the water passages. I am actually, before we do anything, I am going to loosen up my head bolts, put a little bit of thread sealant on them, and tighten them all back down real quick. Shouldn't take 15, 20 minutes. And then what I want to do is get the wheels off this, get it laying on the ground a little bit, because it is not the easiest to go into. This is why I airbag everything. So much easier to work on when it's laying on the ground. Like, look at this vet over here. Look, I'm right there. Bam! Twin turbo. Bam! Working on it. I mean, maybe we bag it. I don't know. We got to get this damn thing running before I decide to do anything with this car. Let's take all of our head bolts off and retighten them and all that fun stuff that you have to do. Let's go! So, I said earlier, in true Casey fashion, this is gonna take like 15 minutes. Took an hour. Also, I think I broke this friggin' torque wrench. Yes, I did. It's coming apart right now. Ooh, that's not good. Okay. You have to do these in a sequence. You basically start from the middle and then work your way out. I already did that, but I'm just double checking some of the funky ones I thought I might have missed. There's one more over here. Nope, that one, that's the one. Okay, sweet. All right, now we're gonna put on the harmonic balancer, and you have to use a damn install tool for it. And I think I have one, but we're gonna find that out right now, whether I do or not. Harmonic balancer is on. That sucked. Those installers are not fun. Got it on though. It is time to finally put our push rods in and our everything else basically that we need. Rockers. I got all these tight. I need to double check that. I think I already torqued these, but I need to double check that. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And we can start putting the push rods and rockers on. Let's go, baby. Okay, got the rocker arms all tightened down. That sucked. You have to turn the engine over like 10 different times to make sure it's okay. I think they might be a little loose, but they're probably all right. Once everything's back together, we can turn it over and tighten them if we need to, but I've turned it over 30 times. I was gonna put the intake on. I cannot find the intake gasket. I bought a brand new one. I have no idea where it is. But I also was going through my parts store stuff, and I have 2 exhaust gaskets. or 2 like complete sets. So I'm wondering if they didn't give me 2 of those thinking one was an intake gasket. So I need to get that tomorrow, but I can get the water pump put on. What else can I get on? A couple belts, start doing stuff like that. Really, I'd rather have that on first, but I got to get that tomorrow either way. So I'm going to clean up some of these edges and throw the water pump on. And maybe the power steering and stuff. I guess I could do that too. One thing I want to change, this has a electric oil pressure gauge where it basically just comes on if it's low. I want an actual manual gauge so I can see the exact PSI or whatever it is. So I'm going to take that off and I'll pick one of those up tomorrow whenever I'm at the parts store, because they should have them in stock. Ugh, that thing is screwed on there weird. So I'm going to pop that off too, get the water pump on, all that. Probably throw my pulleys on as well. And basically whatever else I can do in the front before I get tired enough to stop. So I bought all new exhaust bolts for this thing, and they're too short. Only like, I don't know, half of them will work. So that sucks, but I took some longer bolts. That way I could at least get the manifold started and then get the gasket sitting in there. And if you watched Polebarn's video on this, uh-oh, what did I do wrong here? Oh, wrong way, that's what I did. If you watched his video on it, he had to put, I think, 3 exhaust gaskets on this to get it to seal. And whenever I had the head off, I put a straight edge on the head, it looked okay. I put a straight edge on the manifold, it looked okay. So, I'm not quite sure what the problem is. I don't know if maybe he didn't bolt the exhaust, the actual exhaust out the back, to the manifold and then try and get it on there and it had a bind. I'm not sure. I'm sure that's probably not what he did, but I don't know why I didn't see any reason why it wouldn't be sealing. So we're going to redo that. These are funky because they take 2 different length exhaust bolts, which is kind of weird. The ones in the middle needs to be like a 1/2 inch longer. So the hard part was getting them in there. They're heavy. They're 1,000,000 pounds. Got them in there. I got the 2 outside bolts started. Then your manifold gasket can slide in there. And then we just have to slide it up tomorrow when we have the right bolts. Zip those in. Need to get an intake gasket as well. But what I'm going to do before we call it a night is I am going to clean up all of the edges on that intake. I didn't paint, obviously, the underside of it, but it still has old gasket material, some old sealer around it. I'm going to get all that cleaned up, and then I'm going to make sure it's cleaned on the actual heads. They should be 100%, but I'll double check it with a quick little roll-lock disc that I have. So yeah, it's getting late. Let's bust this out real quick and call it a night. Oh, goof. Sorry for shaking the camera. So this little tin plate on the underside of the intake is called an oil splash plate or a splash shield. Some people call them a lifter valley plate. Essentially what it does, you have hot exhaust that runs through the bottom of your intake and it will get hot. So it has this plate under here to keep any oil from splashing up and essentially burning the hell out of it on the underside of your intake. But most intake gaskets will block this off, so you don't really need it anymore. And the problem is, whenever they sit for a very long time, they have a ton of crusty, shitty oil under them, which is good because over time that would have stopped from getting in your engine. But at this point, this one is so full, I am going to take it off. It's not the end of the world. You could put it back on, but my intake gasket already blocks this heat exchange off anyway, so I don't need it. I will say I was extremely shocked at how much shit was in this one, and every time I moved the intake or blew out something, little chunks would still fall out. I have never seen one this full, to be honest with you. So Definitely not going to be putting it back. I am also going to make sure it's 100% clean in here before we bolt it back to the engine. I just realized my mic was muted whenever I took the whatever plate that is off of the intake. So we're going to have to do some voiceover for that. Yay. I'm an idiot. I can't blame the dad this time. So I got everything wiped down, cleaned up. Super clean metal, no grease, no paint, no nothing. So tomorrow, whenever we have our intake stuff, we can throw the intake on, get new exhaust bolts, basically put everything else back together, and we should be good. I'm gonna not put the valve covers on. I got a lot to put on before we get to that, but I'm not gonna put the valve covers on until I can watch it turn it over a bunch, make sure all these are, you know, not too tight, not tight enough, all that shit. They should be good because I turned it over a million times, but just in case, these can kind of be wonky. You can't just torque them all down because they're adjustable, so that's always fun on old engines, but should be okay. Tomorrow we will come back with some parts. Hopefully get this baby all put together. I am ready to hear this damn thing run. It has been quite the journey, to say the least. We'll be back. Okay, got our intake gasket, got everything cleaned up. Should be good to put this baby on. Double checked everything down there. Everything is oiled. Lots of assembly lube on everything that needs assembly lube. We should be good. Right now I am wishing I bought an aluminum aftermarket intake because this thing is so freaking heavy. But we just want to get it running before we do any performance shit. Want to make sure it's running good, that's why. We're kind of doing this on the cheap for now. I could definitely see upgrading some stuff later. First thing would be the intake. But here we go. Oh, God. This is going to suck. There's really no great place to grab it. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Don't slide, don't slide, don't slide. Oh, no. Manifold gasket already moved. Yep. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Oh, both of them fell. All right, well, we're going to time-lapse this because I'm going to fight it for the next 20 minutes. Okay. Okay, we should be good. I think everything's torqued. Yep. Already did that one. Did that one. Did that one. And did that one. Did I do that one in the back? I thought I did. I thought I went all the way around these like 3 times. Yep, that's good. Intake is on. My paint is chipped all over the damn place. We might have to give her a respray. I don't know, might not. Some of it is silicone, or RTV, whatever you want to call it. Let's do the distributor. Let's do the water neck. Not gonna do the carb yet. I want to start getting all the front shit put on. I wonder if I should have put the water pump on last. Oh no, I need it for the brackets. Okay, let's keep going. Also, I was gonna say, talked to Dalton today. I said, hey, if you didn't watch his video, which you might not have, he had to put 3 exhaust gaskets on this side. He replaced this one. He had to put 3 exhaust gaskets on this side to get it to seal. And I thought that something was not square, obviously. So whenever I had the head off, I put a straight edge on it. The head was perfectly square. I also put a straight edge on the manifold and it was perfectly square. So I asked him, I said, was it in a bind, you know, whenever you put the full exhaust on? He goes, no, I don't think that's what it was. I think it was hitting on one of the head bolts and he didn't want to grind it. Well, I said, shit, I will grind the living piss out of this thing because I really don't want to put 3 manifold gaskets on it. So whenever we get most of this put together, I am going to fit this one up there, probably bolt it up, see what it's hitting because I'm not sure which one it is right now, and then pull it back off and we'll grind it out some. That's the problem you run into whenever you do not aftermarket but just new parts. They're never exact from how the stock shit was. This one I bought new and it's already kind of binding against the firewall. I got enough room where I can wiggle it and it's gonna be okay, but I can already tell whenever I put the rest of the exhaust on, I'm gonna have to kind of fight it or maybe re-bend something. So that's just kind of what you run into when you put new parts on. Repopped parts never fit great. Doesn't matter if it's sheet metal or cast. All right, let's keep going. All right, I got the manifold bolted up there. I see a couple gaps, but it's not really that bad. But I put some tape on it. I put some tape on it so that we can see what the hell is going on. Because I don't see any marks anywhere where it would be binding. We're gonna find out what this tape shows us. It's not biting anywhere. It's really not biting anywhere. Oh, okay, hold on. Head bolt hit right there. Now I see it, look. Right there, just a little bit on each side. A little bit there too. I wonder if me retorquing everything didn't sink those down a little bit more, and that's why I'm having less of an issue than him. But these will still cause an issue, so I'm gonna just grind a little bit. I don't have to go crazy. It's just essentially catching the top of it. Right there, and right there. And a little bit back here. Let's grind some shit, and then we can put these on for the last time, which would be great. Okay. All right, exhaust is on, fully sealed now. Very, very happy with it. Okay, also got the power steering on. That was a bitch. I don't know why I didn't just take the whole bracket off to begin with, but that made life a hell of a lot easier. There we go. I just realized I didn't check those. Those are probably more than the exhaust, but they're tight. Let's see, what needs to go on next? What the hell all have I taken off this thing? Need to get the radiator in, the AC condenser. AC compressor probably needs to go on. It's not super important for what we're doing, but I want to get oil in it. Oh, I forgot my manual oil pressure gauge. They didn't have one today at the parts store. I need to go to another place. But I do want to pump it up, make sure the oil, we have plenty of oil pressure before we start it. I have that little drill. There's a little drill attachment you can put into the oil pump and let it go. Let's see. I know I have more to put on here. I have to. Let's just keep going. We'll figure it out. Okay. I got basically everything on. The only thing I need to double check is my belts, because we deleted the air pump, smog pump, whatever you want to call it. I need to see what we got here. I have a feeling we're going to need a different one now, obviously. That goes there, maybe? No, that's too big. I wonder if I can put them all on one now, maybe. Is that going? No, they definitely can't go on one. Yeah, that's not good either. I definitely can't put them all on one because they don't match. Let's see. Maybe that'll do. Hold on. Okay. Come on, baby. There we go. Okay. That works. Now, this one is going to need to be a lot shorter, I think. If we go here, there, and there. Yep. That needs to be a ton shorter. So let's cut that. And then I can figure out what the length is I need. Oh. Also, I ran out of diesel. So it is cold as shit in here. You dull ass. There we go. Oh shit. And then that gives me enough room to adjust this out a bunch. Okay. So what we need to do here, I'll show you since I got you over there. You ever need a funky sized belt, cut a shitty old one, put it where you need it, and then take it off and measure it, or take it to the parts store. It's usually what I do. But whatever the length is, they will sell belts by the length. Usually it's every 1/2 inch. And then this is probably a 3/8 taper. But the only problem is, it's not really a problem, but the only thing you run into whenever you do this is if you go to a parts store where they have to have the year, make, and model, you're not going to have it. I mean, sometimes you can get lucky and they will have certain belt systems without like the smog or air pump, and they might already have the size, but usually they won't. But I have to do this a lot with like custom shit, like the twin turbo vet, for example. We're going to basically run water pump alternator only, and we might even run an electric water pump. So it's going to end up being a very short custom belt. So this is what you have to do. But I'm going to get the hell out of here. Basically tomorrow we come in, throw the carb in, throw the distributor in. Ooh, I need to get the manual, or the manual oil gauge, because I want to see it. I don't want just a switch on and off. I want to see my actual pressure, because we don't want to do anything too silly since this is a fresh engine. And then got to hook up a bunch of wiring. Really, it's not too much on this. And should be able to fire it up, see what happens. I don't think I'm going to have time to re-bleed or remake all these lines, but we should be able at the very least to hear it run. And if I do have time, I'm going to try and hook the brakes back up, get it bled, and maybe take it for a spin. We currently have 6 inches of snow right now, and I think it's -12 right now. We are in a crazy cold spell right now. Either way, should be running tomorrow. I might get the old man down here to help me. Excited, boy. She's looking good. Need to repaint a couple things, but I want to get it all together. I didn't paint this, and I should have. I also didn't paint the alternator, and I should have. So, need to do a couple of those. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, baby.
The next day.
It is finally time, baby. I got my mechanical oil pressure gauge. I need to hook that up. I already threw the new belt on. It's perfect. I wanted to double check it. I still need to tighten everything, but it is good. Got to tighten up a couple other things on this. Get some oil in it. Double check everything. Got to get the carb on. Got to hook up all these wires, all these brackets and shit. And some of the stuff we've changed, obviously. I just realized we changed a lot as I'm looking at it. Hope I don't have to make any new brackets to hold anything. Shit, let's get going! Okay, so luckily my oil pressure gauge came with a shitload of line. I have enough to run it inside the dash. I actually had enough to cut off about 2 foot, because while I'm messing with it, I want to look at it right here. I don't want to try and be turning it over and then running inside, you know. Well, that might make more sense since the key's in there. But either way, for now, I'm just going to put it right here so we can look at it. Whenever I run my drill to get the oil pressure up, I'll be able to just check this out. And I didn't want to have a 6-foot line hanging around that I could break. So for now, she's going to sit right there. Okay, let's keep putting parts on. I can't find my oil pump drill attachment, so we're making one. And I'm still at Argon, so we're using the shitty Temu welder. This video blew up on Instagram. It's got like 1 million views. I think it's a piece of shit. I just wanted to try it, and it seems to work pretty good. I suck at flux core welding, though. Everybody kind of does, but I really do. She's welded. Not pretty, but it's welded. Let's go pump this oil up, see what happens. I'm gonna crawl in there and pump this up, and we're gonna hope the oil gauge goes up. If it doesn't, we got big issues. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Whoa, easy, baby, easy. Sweet! 60 pounds! That'll do. Oh, shit. I don't know if you can see the gauge, I just realized. Let me put it back down there for you. Oh, God. Now you can see the gauge. Okay. We got oil pressure. We got it primed. Let's start putting some more parts on. Horrible news. It's currently 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday. This carb isn't going to work because I can't open the throttle all the way because it's a quadrajet intake and it's not a quadrajet carburetor. So I need a adapter plate or a riser or a different carburetor. I think I have another carburetor at the other shop, and I think I might have an adapter plate over at the other shop. So let's run over to the other shop and hope I have something for it. If not, we're going to have to get parts tomorrow, and that's going to suck considering the video is supposed to be up at 2 p.m. That is in 12 hours from right now, and I still need to sleep and do all the other bullshit that I need to do. So let's run over to the other shop. Oh, you don't know how happy I am? Walked right in and saw it, baby. Yes. Quadrajet to regular carburetor adapter. Ooh, this is why it's good to just hold on to a bunch of bullshit. Now, the only problem is I don't have the bolts that go with it. These adapters, obviously this bolts in normal. Might go the other way. I can't remember. These holes you'll have to put a bolt in. Jesus, it's hard to talk. But my guys at Bolts and Nuts, I should have any bolt that's even close to make that work. Now, that should sit right in there. Booyah, baby! Sweet! And I got the hardware right there. So, we should be good to go. Let's get some hardware, run back down there, and this should fix all our problems. I think. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been time-lapsing for 3 hours. A lot of this did not want to go back the way it was. Kind of had to do some figuring. Deleting the air pump, smog shit. Kind of threw some stuff a little bit wonkier than I thought it was gonna be. We should be good now. Let's see. I am doing the spark plug wires now. And then we should be good to fire the girl up. That's not long enough. Damn it. So, basically, once I get this, we should be go. My distributor needs to drop down about another 1/4 inch. I assume whenever I start it, it'll kick in. And hook up a battery. And I think we should be good to go. But we got to get all these spark plug wires on and see what the hell's going to happen. Also, this thing leaked out a shitload of gas whenever I first had the engine apart. If it's out of gas, I'm going to be pissed, but it shouldn't be. But we're going to find out together. Okay, everything should be hooked up. Just hooked up the battery. I'm not going to do starting fluid yet. I just want to make sure everything is working, make sure our engine is turning over. Let's check lights first. We got headlights. Do we have tail lights? Oh, we got tail lights too, baby. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, she is turning over. Let's give it a little bit of juice, see what the hell happens. Wish the oil pressure gauge was in the cab now, so I could see it better. Let's see here. Not sure if my timing's right. It should be, but I've been wrong several times before. Whoa, she's way out. Oh, no, it's not! Where the hell did all the smoke come from? Holy shit! I gotta watch the video back. I don't know where the smoke came from. Damn! Oh! I put a bunch of oil in the cylinders. That's my fault. That's my fault. All right, I just watched it back. We got a lot of smoke out of that manifold, so maybe we didn't grind enough on it when we tried to reseal it. I am going to start it up a couple more times. I'd like to get the fuel pump, hopefully pumping gas to it, but it's gonna be a smoky mess. Fuel pump should be pumping, but I might have leaked all the gas out of it. It's gonna take a while to get all that oil out of there, I think. Sounds pretty good. I don't think, some of these might need backed off a little bit. If they're too tight, it'll smoke as well, so that might be a good time to back a couple of them off. Let's play with it a little bit. All right, I took a rod and shoved it in the gas tank, and it came back bone dry. So I think, I don't know how much gas it had in it anyway, but I think whenever it leaked out for like 2 or 3 days when I wasn't here, I think it drained all of the gas out. Here's the problem. It's 5 a.m. on Friday. I'm tired. Got to get this video to Richard. Probably should have got it to him 12 hours ago, 18 hours ago, but I really want to hear it run with gas. I don't even know if the gas stations are open yet near me, and I certainly don't want to drive all over town, but we might hop in the car and go see what we can find. I'm also going to put the valve covers on. The valves look okay, and it is pumping so much oil now that it's starting to leak. Your oil comes out of these tops, I believe is where it is, and it's just shooting it everywhere. So I really don't want to make a mess, and they seem pretty well adjusted. Might need a little more, but yeah, I think we need to go find some gas. At the very least, it's running great. I'm so happy it's running great, but I need to let it run a little bit more so I can get some of this oil out of here. Whenever I got it all cleaned up, I oiled down the cylinders really good because I knew I was going to be turning it over a lot, getting the timing set, putting all the stuff in. So it's just going to burn that shit out of there. So it's going to smoke for a little bit. But if I could actually let it run for like a minute straight, it would probably clear out. So let's go try and find gas at 5 in the morning on a freaking upload day. But let's go. Oh, I'm getting tired. Sun's almost up. Okay. Oh, let's see what happens. I got 5 gallons in it. Fuel pump is kind of primed, not all the way, but kind of. Might give it one little more squirt. Now, what's bad is to break in the cam and the lifters and all that, you need to let it rev for like 10 minutes straight. But I don't know if we're going to be able to do that if the gas is a little shitty. But let's see what happens. Yes! Oh yeah, we got great oil pressure. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Oh my God, it sounds so good! Yes! Woo! Oh my God, I'm so fucking happy! Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. It stopped smoking. We got the oil out of the cylinders. Still need to make some adjustments. I'm not going to fully break it in tonight. It's 6:30 in the morning right now. But holy shit, we did it, man. Oh my God, that's fucking awesome. All right, check it out. Turn the attic fan on. It is -12 right now. So I don't know that that helped as much as it hurt, but she's been sitting for about 15, 20 minutes. Let's see what happens. Yeah, baby! Hell yeah, man! That's sick. Oh, it sounds so good. Now, I don't have the full exhaust hooked up right now, so it's just dumping out the manifolds. And one of them's kind of against the firewall on the passenger side, but that's all right. We'll deal with that later. Oh, dude, I'm fucking stoked. I am extremely tired. It is 7 a.m. On Friday. This video should go up in like 6 hours. So that's a good time. Richard's not going to be happy, but I'm so fucking stoked. You have no idea. People have been asking me ever since I got this, what's the plan? What's the plan? And I just kept saying, get it running. I want to see what it needs. If I have to put a whole new motor in it, I don't know that I'm in love with it enough to do that. I had, we basically rebuilt everything except the pistons. So I was pretty sure everything was going to be okay, but, we had a couple pistons with chunks of valves in them. I got those all cleaned up very well. It looked okay, but you never really know, to be honest with you. And boy, I tell you what, I'm so stoked now. We are going to fix the brakes. I want to take it for a drive, but definitely a full-blown build now. I'm very confident with the engine. I got to get some rocker panels for them. The rocker panels are rusty. We're going to shit can these running boards. I hate the running boards. Didn't really care before because I didn't know what was going on, but going to order new rockers, get all the rust fixed, get it painted. I don't know, maybe lower it. I'm not sure. The Blazer we did, if you didn't see it, I did like an 86 Blazer, and we kind of did like a resto mod on it where you kind of, it was lifted, had big, nice wheels, a nice paint job with new chrome bumpers. It just looked great. I think something like that would be fun for this as well. But the interior in this one is just perfect. So this would be a really cool cruiser. I am very excited to keep digging in and taking it for a drive. I'm ready to take it for a real drive. Dalton didn't get to take it for a very long drive before he started having issues. I think it always had issues. The broken, if you didn't watch my video before, had a broken valve in it, and there was rust around the valve that had been there for at least a couple years. So this isn't even something he did. It was broke the whole time he was messing with it. He thought he had a leaky exhaust because it always had a noise. It was obviously the valve just being stuck wide open and hitting the piston a couple times. So, very excited. Gonna order some parts. Gonna have some fun with this one. I'm excited, man. I really want to drive it, but I am not even close to driving it. The brake lines, he hooked a chain to it to pull it whenever it got stuck and he got stuck in the mud. He hooked a chain to pull it, and he pulled all the brake lines out, even though they're new. So I know they're ripped off the master cylinder, but they might also be broke other places. I haven't looked at them good enough. So hopefully it's just make a couple new lines to the master cylinder, but it might need all new fronts. I'm not sure. So we'll keep digging into it. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit that subscribe button. Helps channel grow a bunch. For the coolest merchandise on the planet, go to Caseyscustoms.com. Bunch of new designs to check out. Go give it a look. You'll like it. And yeah, thank you very much. Please like, share, comment, all the good shit they tell you in the videos, and check out some more of my other videos. Peace! I love ya. Toothless Customs out. This thing was supposed to get fixed yesterday, and they canceled because of the snow. So, freaking dentist! Love you, bye.